minute or two. Dev, why don't you say a few words so we can make sure they can hear you?
I am so exceptionally fucking eepy.
Did you say eepy?
Yes. I am so tired I lost 2 letters.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was a server issue with the audio or if you misspoke.
No, I'm to the level of tired where it's just like fuck it, I don't need letters.
They can hear both of us. You ready to go, Dev?
Yeah.
Welcome to the With the Will podcast. We're to entertain, inform a bit while talking about Digimon. I'm Mark, Ren with the Will, and produce Digimon on Blu-ray.
I'm DevQ and I'm the patron saint of sleep deprivation.
Yeah, I'm sleeping weird lately. I'm going to bed at the exact same time, but waking up completely random in like a 5-hour slot.
Same. I wonder if it is weather. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, oh, good. So I'm going to either have 3 or 4 hours of sleep or sleep too much. So yeah, how have the past few weeks been, Dev? It's not picking up whatever groaning noise you're making.
That was just the
Oh, silence of despair.
nervous one.
Okay, fair enough. I thought it was a groaning and somehow it was filtering it out. So first, let's jump to Liberator. Uh, Novel chapter 15. It's nice
I'll
to get
tell you stuff.
Altea's perspective because to some degree, anytime we get his perspective, it's like pseudo serious, and then he will say there and be trying to crack jokes. Like, does he have any
Kind of
request?
feels like Data. It feels like Data from Star
Yes,
Trek.
that's very much what I thought. Like when it's asked, does he have any request? He goes, "Can I get early parole?" And also Espimon using an evolution move to try to sneak around. That's neat.
Useful than he's been in all of Ghost Game.
Yeah. And weirdly, Betsumon trying to talk to Altea was weird, especially when they're like, and he was walking back and forth. It's like, whatever wording they used, I kind of went, was he? Was he really?
The pacing, you know.
And then yeah, it was a nice little chat. Lots of exposition, but it was integrated in a way where it was pleasant.
Makes you just want to go back and like reread things consecutively instead of just little bits every couple of weeks.
Yeah. And then for the webcomic, we jump to part 2 of episode 16. I'd like it starting with Arisa being frustrated. The standout part of like here's the story for Liberator's like very standard. The art and characterization makes it enjoyable.
Character facial expressions are a fucking delight. Also, when the chapter first starts, like, wait, did I skip something? And I had to go back. Wait, no, they just jumped to like right in the middle
Yeah,
of
Liberator's
that.
done that. Liberator's done that a few times where we've gone, I've missed something, and then it's like, oh no. And then the emblem. I will say this: when the emblem popped Schumann back, I honestly thought, wow, they're gonna do the evolutions immediately. That feels not dramatic enough. And then I was pleasantly surprised when they didn't. Uh, and then
Like the kid.
and then before we get the pep talk from Schumann, Hanuman gives Schumann a I don't know why. Maybe it's because like Hanuman has such little facial definition. It giving a pep talk, I disliked.
Almost like a therapist, like, yes, go on.
And
What does this ink blot look like?
then we get Nya Bootman.
Honestly, the highlight.
I feel like
It
they
should be
are
voiced by Antonio Banderas.
no. I feel like they desperately do not want it to just look like Pero. So I feel like they've gone out of their way to make it not Pero.
Now it's just Puss in Boots
Yeah,
from
because
Shrek.
because that's one of those weird things that people forget, and they weren't always widely available in the U.S. And I say that having worked on a few of them is Pero was very popular to such a degree as that's why he's still Toei's mascot. So it feels like they
Figure's just the
probably.
mascot just because one of the earliest projects, like, oh, this is
Oh, no, no,
their
no,
money.
no. He had multiple movies. Like he was like ongoing popular. And then at some
Oh,
point they went, "Oh, we're not going to run this into the ground. We should stop." And then they put up a
a
giant
good
fucking
decision.
statue of him at their museum. But yeah,
Because Kitty.
people love that statue. And then, did you like Mariah being surprised when Arisa included her with like people she likes that are there? And then we get the sweet moment at the end with everyone. And weirdly, they have Mariah walking off coolly, but Hanimon is not with her. So it's like, oh, is she walking off? Did she forget Hanimon? Is Hanimon going to rush after her? Because like Hanimon is still with the other Digimon, you can see them.
Standing there.
Yeah. So normally the card battle chapters don't suit me that well, just because I'm not interested in the card game as a game. They had a lot of story and character stuff here though that I thought made it work well, at least for me.
And also visually, it was just actually pretty badass.
Yeah. And then run through of anniversaries. So first up, it's the 13th
For
anniversary of
old.
Digimon World Redigitize.
I'm still waiting for my localization, you
I mean,
bastards.
considering they had to re-release Next Order like 4 or 5 times to get any sort of sales numbers, it feels like that does not bode well.
I mean, if they didn't region lock the 3DS, I would have been playing Decode. But no.
I honestly feel like if we ever got a localization of it, it would be an emulated port of the 3DS version in some type of world collection.
Be okay with that.
I think a lot of people probably would be. And then 23rd anniversary of Digimon Frontier Revival of the Ancient Digimon, which seems to be one of the more memorable parts of Frontier to people, and I think it's because it's very easy to track the story.
It was self contained, it wasn't
And then
Hurricane Touchdown.
the 25th anniversary of Digimon Grand Prix when it first ran at Sanrio Pearl Land as a theme park ride.
The most important anniversary.
I think it works well. It's a little short, all jokes aside about it.
It was very silly.
Well, it's wacky races, so yeah.
More turds.
Then the 25th anniversary of Digimon World 2, kindly known to most people as not 1 or 3. Because
Acid Swamp.
everyone's like,
Acid Swamp.
because everyone,
Acid Swamp.
because everyone's like, okay, Digimon World, that is where the ongoing world type series is based off. And 3 is really where Digimon story is from. 2
Yeah.
legally exists.
2 was,
A game.
it was there.
And then today is the 3rd anniversary of Digimon Survive coming out in Japan. It was a day earlier than most of the world. 3rd anniversary of that. Digimon Survive is one word. We waited a long time. It came out a couple months later, like, yay, 500,000. And then we have not heard a single thing about it since. Survive.
Feels like
Sur-
Survive is older than it actually
well,
is.
that's because, one, remember, at this point, we were expecting it 6 years ago. And because of the delays, they very clearly were never able to schedule an actual like Digimon Survive booster pack. So all we got were some promo cards.
Yeah.
Because because the game got delayed so much, when were they going to be able to stick in actual cards? They weren't going to trust it was going to come out.
You don't want to spend all that money on cards to promote a game that's not there.
Yeah. And then for something that will actually be promoted, We have Beatbreak news. There will be an information stream on August 1st, and God bless them. It's at 8:01 a.m. on August 1st, which means it is Thursday at 4 p.m. for me. So I
It,
do
I'm at work.
so I do not need to do what I did last time, which was I believe I laid down in bed at 10. I fell asleep at midnight, and I had my alarm set for 3:15 or something for that stream that began at 4. And then writing
Yeah,
everything up means I don't remember if I actually ever went back to sleep, but I was finished at like 6 or 7 a.m.
you were just in a fugue state.
Basically, yeah. And we got a promo in advance of it that shows that, in fact, I think it was last week when people were asking us about it, that we can see three more character pairs. One of which people keep trying to look and decide if he has a Digimon or not. And I've seen what I think is the most cope guess for these. So, Dev, you see the thing with the silhouettes, right?
Yes.
So we have
It's giving me World Ends With You vibes
no.
so
Okay,
hard.
so we have tomorrow. We have Gekomon. Then we have red border person, and there's clearly some sort of Digimon sitting on his head.
Yes.
Then yellow person who I think is
Holding it.
who's holding an Eevee, and I think wearing a skirt. Would you say that's roughly correct?
Uh, it's either a pencil skirt or like
Shorts?
tennis shoes.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have gray guy who we can't tell what, if any, Digimon's with him. Would you like to know what the cope that I've seen? People
That
look.
he is a Digimon?
No, the cope's funnier than that already. So look at him. Okay, gray, and he has slightly fluffy hair, correct?
It's mad, isn't it?
And then look at his hand. If you look at his hand, there's something going on with his hand, right? The hand on the left side. A number of people to try to cope are saying it's Kiyoshiro.
That's sad.
That's some cope.
He'd be dressed a lot weirder.
Yeah. But yeah, so
That's
I
really
think
too
I think it was literally
fashionable.
last time where people went, "Do you think we're actually getting a show with one person?" We're like, "No, it's just very early. We didn't even know anything. We didn't even know Ghost Game existed at this point." And in fact, the official announcement of Ghost Game, it was either July 31st or August 1st. So this actually lines up exactly with like when we found out Ghost Game stuff. So yeah, and the broadcast will have Mio Reno and Megumi Han. So
How
yeah,
long it might be, or I was not looking
no, we
too
don't
close.
know. It feels like it's not going to be long. Like I'll be honest, I loved waking up for that one thing. It was like, oh man, how long is it going to be? I saw,
15 minutes.
I saw some mention that it might be an hour. It's like at least it won't be super long. And it was like 15 minutes. Like, oh, fantastic! I will take
Yes,
15
we
and
can
done.
go back to sleeping.
I don't think I did, but I will take 15 and done. So yeah. So Beat Break news will be coming, and technically we have a bit more. Is we got ticketing info for Digimon Expo 25. So they went over like what the big events each day will be, the times, and then shortly after they started doing ticketing via line.
Congrats to anyone who manages to win the lotto to get a spot.
That is interesting. I will have to check that later, as I must have clicked something weird.
Oh
Huh,
no.
that is odd. I could have sworn there were responses in this thread last time I looked. I might be
Yeah.
thinking of the other thread, where there were no responses in the how to help on how to apply for tickets. People must be posting the other thread. I must have lost track of it. But yeah, and I actually went through. I looked through their guide. I'm like, oh, their guide stops at a certain point and then just does not go any further. So then I start going through the thing and taking snapshots to show people what everything was, and that took way too long. But I did.
Suffering you do for this fandom.
And then Time Stranger updates. So first up, Time Stranger was in the new issue of V Jump. They showed off the factory area. They showed off Volcanismon and Ultimate Brachymon. They went over some of the DLC again. I love when I look at the VGEM page to see the little screaming Terriermon. Like, I'm like zooming in to check like an image and like, I'll zoom into the Ultimate Brachymon image just to look. It's just Terriermon screaming right there.
I love it. It's great.
Then at San Diego Comic Con last weekend, as one of their booth giveaways, they had a Time Stranger mini badge pin set. I never got confirmation what you had to do to
Cool,
get
but
one. Basic but neat.
yeah.
Then they did
Honestly, I
video.
don't pay much attention to Comic Con unless there's announcements of toys that I am not allowed to have because they were exclusives.
Would it help if they announced a horrible Transformers versus He-Man toy series?
Ooh, yes.
Check the WtW Discord and go to General 2. I posted pictures of the first two and I went, man, these look awful. These
Oh,
are
they better.
these are He-Man figures, and they've just changed the armor to look like a few Transformers.
Oh, it's kind of
I'll post it in the
somehow
chat so they can see it.
more
Yeah,
disappointing.
they really don't look good.
No. There's so much potential.
I know, but literally just like, oh, it's Skeletor and he has slightly Megatron armor, and then Man at Arms. His armor sort of looks like Bumblebee, but not really.
It's yellow.
Like, at least give him the Action Master backpack helicopter.
I thought they were going to be like Transformers, but if they were He-Man characters.
Well, some people are wondering. My understanding is these toys are from Mattel, so some people are wondering if then Hasbro will have actual Transformers. Like the Mattel ones are He-Man toys, and then the Hasbro ones will be Transformer toys. But we will see. So Sirenmon got her little preview clip. Volcanismon got a image preview. I guess a lot of people thought he was a fish, like the guy from I can't remember the name, and I worked on it. What's the name of the show?
Well, he
Damn.
kind of has like that
Oh,
diving
Street
bell
Street
kind of
Sharks. People thought that he had like the piranha head from the Street Sharks guy.
see where they might have gotten
Well,
that.
especially when you remember there's been a lot of small art of him, and not like you can zoom in. Then Factorial area. Does it feel like this would have been better just called Factory area?
Yeah,
They have
or
to give them.
Factorial now.
And then Lilithmon.
I was a little disappointed with that one.
Yeah, the Lilithmon one felt kind of bland.
Like, is it just me, or like, did she kind of like come off as more like badass for the Cyber Sleuth?
Maybe. It's hard to tell because we're getting such quick previews
It
that
felt very blah.
sometimes an image is a bit more menacing than like a short clip of an attack. And Kokuamon, who falls over.
That's how I feel right now.
And then over to Terriermon Assistant Lab. So the first one was a quiz about his favorite Digimon movie, our war game. And they were asking some fucking esoteric questions because they're like, we can't ask you normal questions because you actually know the movie. It's like one of them was like questions about the design of the egg without like an image to look at. And if he does well enough,
No,
he gets meat.
no, 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 no.
And
I
then
didn't see this one. Did he earn his meat?
yes,
Excellent.
he actually did. And then they did a Time Stranger one, which was a quiz. The quiz this time was him and the Terriermon Assistant Lab staff guesstimating what they think will happen in the game.
That was funny.
And because people did not realize that's what it was about, multiple people are like, staff says this is going to happen in the game. It's like, no, 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 that's not. So a bunch of the stuff that they said in here, and like while laughing, people are like, they're spoiling the game for everyone.
Like, no, they're looking at a preview and coming up with their own crack AU.
Yes. And then for people in the UK, Digimon Adventure 2020 is airing in on Sky Kids. The actual TV schedule, I'm not sure of because I looked, but people in the UK who then checked said it's all on the Sky Kids on demand. They're not sure about the schedule. Like we can see on the TV guide stuff, it aired at least once.
Okay, so it's like both and a streaming and also just like regular channel on TV.
Yes, although I think Sky Kids you only get if you subscribe to Sky itself, their TV service. I don't know if it's on others. I don't know how UK TV works. So, but yeah, it is on the streaming service there, dubbed in English. There was apparently some confusion because the TV guide says subtitles at the bottom. I think that means captions, not subtitled. So yeah, so it's all there. We got Pendulum news. So first up, they showed the various mode change Digimon and new features. Do you like how the one gets like 3 newer mode change, the other one's like, hey, it's Ravemon. Who doesn't like Ravemon?
Like, he's purple.
Yeah. Then they're showing various stuff that's being added. They have the cut-ins. They're adding because the cut-ins were from the uh, Digimon color and also the Godzilla, but they're adding them here. They're also adding a feature so you can see the names of the Digimon. And they're confirming there are Digimon who you'll be able to battle who will not be playable like Yifumon, who everyone assumed was one of the silhouettes.
There's just an enemy.
Yeah. Then also they showed off the case. I actually liked the case, and I like them pointing out that like at first they kind of wanted to do it with the original design, then decided it'd be a real pain to ask people to remove it to recharge it. So instead they redesigned it to be open at the bottom. Uh, they have they kind of redid the case, the box packaging design. Yeah, that's a decent looking case, and it's not super expensive. But although I don't believe it's been available in the U.S. store at all.
They don't
VJump
love us anymore.
VJump also had a page dedicated to the new pendulums, and most of that's just art. And then
The
still,
colon.
yeah, and then not quite pendulum news, but a little bit. The U.S. store for Premium Bandai got a big refit. It was down for like a day or so, and then it came back up and been completely redesigned. And God bless them, a site goes down, comes back up, and has less information density. Always annoys me. Like it is a prettier site. I'm tired of things losing information density.
Give me all of the information.
Yes, that is exactly what I want. I want information. And then a few
I'm
days,
trying to purchase a fucking thing.
yeah, I
I
do.
need to know about it.
And then a few days ago, Premium Bandai Australia and New Zealand opened. So there's more Premium Bandai sites and should make it much easier. Although last time when they opened, they only had the premium heroine set volume 2. So
Sad.
hopefully they will have more. And then earlier today they announced a beta for Digimon Alison. Had sign up stuff will be open for a few days to make. I like when it's not like, okay, we're gonna pick 10,000 people, which they said, but it's not. You better sign up immediately. You have until the 3rd. I don't know if it will be a lottery or if they will actually close after 10K people. Be supported on Android and iOS. Although I saw a few people with Android were getting upset about something in the specifications. Let's see here. Probably because they've been able to optimize it for iOS better. You only need an iPhone with 4 gigs of RAM versus an Android phone with 8 gigs of RAM.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
yeah. They also showed off a few screenshots. They gave various rules, and the website was updated with more character art, including some sketches of Tenkomon and Liskmon.
I'm very glad we finally have some sort of art of them
I
because the
feel
3D model is really confusing.
I was gonna say it feels like a lot of people now that they've seen art of Liskmon and can judge it better are actually or not Liskmon, Tenkomon are actually being harsher.
Yeah, it's like, it is just kind of a blob.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Uh,
I'm talking about.
Alolan Ninetales.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A lot of it felt like when we got art of it, people would like it more, and instead people are like, that kind of bland and like it's kind of just like you said, a low end. But also the head is very Garurumon esque.
It also kind of looks like a Borzoi.
Yeah, it feels like there isn't as much excitement now that we a lot when we had the 3D model. A lot of people went, 3D models are great, but I'll wait to see what it actually looks like. And now we have art. It's like, not so good.
Like this is a downgrade from Kyubimon in almost every way.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I will wait to see final art though. As these like, especially when you look at Listmon, this is not like finalized art.
Liskmon actually looks interesting visually.
Liskmon, you know what Liskmon reminds me of looking at the image? It makes me
Pangolin?
feel like it will speak like Rizzo the rat. Like looking at it, it feels like it's Rizzo. It's the Digimon version of Rizzo.
I can't unhear it now.
And then card time. Okay, so we started to get previews for EX10, which is an anime villain themed set. So first up, Tactimon. That is some nice art. I like it.
Looks fucking majestic.
Bit weirdly majestic for Tactimon though. Bagramon, it's pretty art. I don't have much to say about it though. It's nice. I just don't have much thoughts on it. I like that.
Klingon?
I like that Dark Knightmon's back to back with him.
I didn't even notice him.
Then we get Darkness Bagramon over the city with the Snatcher.
Um,
That is the end of
it
Cross
looks
Wars for
cool.
sure. Uh, Balmon. This is gorgeous.
This is a fucking comic book cover. This is some
Yes.
Batman
Yes.
bullshit, and I love it.
Wizardmon gets much the same style of art, which very pretty also.
I love the texture.
Yeah, it looks good. Impmon gets something a bit more basic. I like it. It does feel like it's kind of a downgrade from the Balmon and Wizardmon, though. It also
It
feels
would
like,
be really good if they kept the same art style.
well, yeah, the other thing I was going to say was, does this feel like an Impmon image we've seen before? Like, it's new
It's
art. Yeah, when you
the
think it,
most generic pose in existence.
yeah. And then Kopipimon, and there's a little Savemon in the corner. At
I'm
first,
still pissed that it's spelled like that.
At first, I thought it was the Copymon from the 25th anniversary until someone pointed out, no, that's actually just Savemon. Kabemon, who is doing nothing and making his profile shot pose. Mienomon gets some really nice art, I think.
Oh, that is really cute.
Yeah, that's some good Anime Plus style artwork. So Lucimon's weird in that does it really feel like it's from a manga?
It really does.
Like I keep looking at it's like a color or like insert page from a manga, and then Lucemon fall down mode.
Light novel.
Yeah, fall down mode feels more anime esque.
Also, I'm so glad that over the years they've kind of adjusted fall down mode's proportions, so it's not like giant shoulders and tiny, tiny head. It's a little more proportionate.
That makes sense. And then Lucimon Satan mode. Am I wrong, or does it feel like this is meant to be his profile art from a forward camera?
Absolutely.
I don't have much to say about it because like it's good, but it's also like exactly what you would expect for him. This is one that it feels like we might get parallel art for, and it'd be cooler.
As is, this is pretty badass.
Yeah. And then Greymon Blue. What's weird is I spent like 5 minutes looking through art, swearing like I swear I could see this image in my head that it already exists, or similar art that is.
I think it does, but just like not in less detail. I
I
feel this is taking like the same pose from like an older card.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then Metal Greymon Virus, we get him stomping on his foes. For some reason, I felt like this was gonna match the Greymon Blue art, and it doesn't. Like before we got it. And then Skull Satamon with some really great anime-ish artwork that I really like.
Pretty cool and dramatic. Also the funny little smirk.
And then a promo poster where we get early art of a few, but the only one we haven't seen yet is the Vamdemon one, which is redraw of some real old Pendulum art.
They've been doing that quite a lot
Yeah,
lately, and I really enjoy it.
I can't decide if I would prefer them to redraw it as SD again, though. Like they're drawing very serious versions of SD goofy art.
That's true.
And then Booster 22 was featured in V Jump. They focused on Alphamon and Kyoko.
I still love that particular card art.
Then the Premium Heroine Set Volume 2 was put up to pre order at Premium Bandai US and Japan before later showing up in Australia and New Zealand. So we got a few different things. We got the human characters have a kimono celebration theme, and the Digimon get a like a stained glass window theme. And can we all appreciate that
Pretty cool.
Enmitsu came back to draw Hina again?
We're very happy that they did. Are they the only one
No,
that
no, no.
ends up drawing
No,
him?
Hina has been drawn by other characters in art. They've just come back to draw her a number of times. There is some art that is not, especially when she's shown up on other cards. You also get a storage box and card sleeves. Pre-orders still open for about 2 more weeks. We also got previews of everything from the artists, so we already have clean previews of all those cards and the sleeve design.
Cool.
For card battle, we got to see a theme deck match for boosters at 22. The themes were, but not a match, just like showing you how to build theme decks. So overall, Cyber Sleuth, Eater, and Nokia and Omegamon.
Neat.
Then we had a booster set 22 unboxing from Digimon Card Room. Anytime they bring back any of the card battle people, it is much more appealing than the Yuki VTuber.
So much. Like honestly,
And
anytime I bother to watch these, I often skip over the
well,
VTuber.
and here's the funny part is 90% of the clips you and me send each other are VTubers doing stupid shit. And like that amuses both of us. This one just does not work.
I honestly the model just looks bad.
I think I feel like I could deal with the bad model if the English script was not so bland and acted poorly. Also, am I wrong, or do they always try to put the Yuki model in the same poses because it can't actually do all that much? Like they have
Makes sense.
like they have a full 3D model, but they aren't doing anything with it. So one of those
Yeah,
two.
the rigging is very limited.
Yeah. So like, does it feel like a nicer 2D model would probably come across better?
Honestly, yes, and even I would prefer just like even like just like a PNG tuber where it's just like here's like 5 or 6 different
Also,
flat
and
images
this is
that you
just my preference,
swap between.
can they at least fucking fix her teeth, please? Her teeth are still skin colored. They're not white.
I
It,
hate how they're shaped.
yeah,
Oh god, she looks like a she makes me think of a parrotfish.
yeah. Even in chat, they're like, yeah, there's better VTuber models from people who don't do them well, or from amateurs. And yeah, the model lets down any attempt. Well, model script. I've It works better when they have actual people there for this, or at least fix the model, please. And then Anna Birth is getting 2 batches of products on August 1st. We get a Swall Adventure batch and that Adventure O2 new key art batch that they teased a while back.
They're
These,
pretty good.
yeah, these will also be at the partner shop on August 8th. The Adventure batch I don't really care for because it's all kind of like goofy, not anime-esque stuff. While Adventures O2 is all neat. I would like that matte more if it was in full color.
Yeah.
The monochrome, I don't dislike it. I just don't like it
It
much.
looks like it looks like it was accidentally left out too long in the sun and got bleached.
That's what it is. That's the thing. It actually looks exactly how you would imagine that art to bleach. Um,
Yeah, because the reds and yellows go first.
yeah. Then the products in August, both batches of products will be at over half a dozen Kittyland stores, which we've been getting Digimon stuff in Kittyland since trying. Oh, someone in chat asked, are they using AI to voice her? No, if you check the Japanese version, I think it's the same person. I think what they do is they translate what she says in the Japanese episode and write an English script for her, and then it's her doing her best to read it in English. And then they reanimate everything, I think, is what's happening when we're talking about it.
Just ends up very awkward.
Yeah, like you hear the Japanese, like you can tell it like sounds personable and interesting. The model's still terrible, but like the the person doing the voice comes across much better. Um, and there'll also be a third temporary anniversary shop at the Nagoya Parko, August 8th through 31st. There'll be various merchandise. The only Digimon stuff they've showed for sure will be the Adventure and Ghost Game Summer stuff. And then V Jump finished off with, they shut off the Sanrio stuff. They did a little Beatbreak teaser. They shut off the O2 stuff we're talking about, and also teasers for Digimon Expo. Nothing super wild, but good teasers.
Yep.
And
On the
then,
various sites I'm on, people are very excited about the Hello Kitty
oh no,
crossover.
the stuff here looks very nice. And it's been a few. The last time we got one was, God, was it Adventure's 20th anniversary about? I want to say we got one to start off the 20th anniversary, and then one around the end of the 20th. Yeah. Uh,
Time
then
is
and then at Wonder Festival 2025 Summer at the Plex booth, they had a full color prototype of Real Mugendramon MFS 3 mode. Their little the I love the 2.5
and
head designs for something like this.
looks like he was a small dog that was chasing parked cars.
The way I put it is doesn't it really look like a Chihuahua that would be trying to sell you food in an advertisement?
Or like some small annoying dog with a massive underbite in a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Exactly. Yeah, the toy looks great. Um, these have been kind of expensive. I doubt I would get it, but I this is the one that's tempted me the most, having seen it.
I think my fave of the ones so far is like a mix between like the like a tie between the Metal Greymon and the Skull Greymon.
I like them. I like that this one it has a more consistent design, at least for me. Cause and like that is part of the idea of the Metal Greymon one is it's not supposed to be consistent. It's half Godzilla, half Metal Greymon. But I kind
Yeah,
of
I
like
really like the
and
difference
like
in
this
textures.
and like the Skull Greymon. What I like, it's at times the Skull Greymon design is hard to tell. It's not just like a stylized Skull Greymon.
Fucking love it.
So it has the giant bottom teeth though, which is fun. What I actually like those is if you look carefully, like at the top of the head, it feels a lot more Mecha Godzilla-y the more you look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that works for me. So I expect orders for this to probably go up soonish.
and be decimated.
And then poll times. So first up, the pendulum poll. 68.5% for Toe Braves, 31.5 for Sayu Warriors. Most people on social media were saying they were going to vote for Sayu Warriors, so you can see how well that worked out.
Yeah,
Not a
it's
huge.
like I'm sorry, the other designs just fucking slap.
I not shocked that this is the one that won though. Or someone put it, it didn't really shock the Japanese themed V Pet won. I feel like I'm excited for 7. I would be more excited if I didn't expect the three silhouettes to just be the Renamon ones that it seems like we don't like, or that just feels bland.
I like the designs more of the
Yeah. And
Toho braids.
then the poll results for favorite armor evolution from the Digimental slash Digi-Egg of Knowledge, and the winner is Digimon.
Lucky.
Not really any shocks here. I think the one shock is I think I thought Searchmon would do better, but being last and getting 8.8% actually is not that bad.
A pretty decent spread, and
Yeah,
honestly, they're all pretty good designs, like visually and everything.
yeah. I have no issue with any of the results here. Digimon dominating does make sense though.
Yeah, it's like that's the one that's in the series.
And then new poll time it is. Favorite for the Digimental slash Digi-Egg of Sincerity slash Reliability.
Congrats,
Submarimon.
Submarimon.
Yeah. Okay.
And I feel like Tylomon's gonna be like a second place.
Tylomon feels like second. I feel like last is gonna be Orcamon.
Yeah, Orcamon and hmm, Archellomon is probably
Yeah.
mixed in with there.
I could see Depthmon doing better than we expect. It,
Vmon one?
it's a neat design, but also like it doesn't really show up in stuff. Has it shown up in anything?
Oh,
One sec, let me check here.
if it does, it had to have been just like background filler.
Yeah, it's like it's a background in it was in the first Tamers movie. I don't remember Depthmon being in there at all. Do you?
We'll have to go back and watch because it's been a hell of a long time, and
Yeah, I
I
don't
know there's
remember.
a lot of aquatic Digimon just like in a
Okay.
couple of scenes.
Yeah, probably a crowd scene. Yeah, that would make sense. Then time for the potpourri stuff to start. So first up, Toei Museum showed off some of the summer goods. I always like when the museum gets new stuff and they're just showing them off.
I want to be there to purchase them.
Then the English Digimon card game Twitter has 50K followers, so they put this is art we've seen before, but I still like seeing it.
They've made this a playmat before.
I think so. Also, then Kenji Watanabe announced he will be at Legends Expo again this year. It's in Philadelphia, September 27th and 28th.
Ooh,
Yeah, I expect a lot of people to try to get to that.
fucking live here! I didn't even know about this.
And then Animagic has announced a few different Digimon things, because the convention in Germany is August 1st through 3rd. So first up, a Digimon panel on Saturday will have Takata, who's the producer of Beatbreak, and Hara, who's the producer of Time Stranger. After the panel will be a showing of our war game with German subtitles, and the Beatbreak producer will have signing sessions Saturday and Sunday at the Toei booth. Fun if you're in Germany. A few more pictures of Jump Victory Carnival, since that was a couple weeks ago. Megumi Han also posted pictures of her with the mascots. We
The
have
suits are
more.
so fucking adorable.
We have literally 26 years of her at photos of her at Digimon events.
She is a true archivist.
And then she put up art she drew of Gekomon. Notice it was hard and she might delete it later.
No, don't do it. It's adorable.
Not beating those Sergeant Frog allegations though.
Not at all.
And then card game social artwork of Close, Violet, and Risa. The weird thing,
Close just chilling
so
there.
if you look at Arisa, does it feel like she has a Charlie Brown head? I take that as yes.
I can definitely see that.
And then reference book update of Nya Bootmon. Now this really does feel like Antonio Banderas Puss in Boots. The reference book art.
Absolutely.
Then we have an image of the one of the book off showed off their Crosswords corner, showing all the products on display.
What?
Crosswords does not feel 15 years old.
No, it doesn't. What the hell?
Then Masashi Harada posted some images of the traveling through Korea version of the Digimon Adventure 25th anniversary exhibition. I'm not sure if he was there or it was someone else taking photos for him. Also, did we get that SD costume wall at the Japanese version? I don't think so.
No, definitely not.
Okay,
I would
that's what
have
I thought.
recognized that.
That's what I thought. Um, and then t- trading card games, Kuala Lumpur Con has announced Kenji Watanabe for their convention October 31st to November 2nd. So if you're going to be around Kuala Lumpur, they've said meeting greets with him, live sketch and autograph sessions, and also some sort of art and merchandise. I don't know if they mean generically or art and merchandise featuring him.
We just buy him?
Don't know. So that's one of those things we'll may find out closer. Then Ayumi Miyazaki was a guest at Santa 25 in Brazil. He mentioned that due to flight delays and other issues, his trip was 48 hours long to Brazil.
Oh,
Yeah, so you mentioned, sound check. It's been 9 years since the last Santa. He'll do his best. When he said he'll do his best, my brain didn't jump to like generic positivity, but rather jet lag from a 48-hour flight.
I get that entirely.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying. Then the Eliason demo was at Anacom and Games Hong Kong. They've had demos on a lot of places. It's been neat to see.
Yeah,
And then just to point out the Digimon World 2 anniversary art again. It's fun
I
art.
really love this.
Yeah.
I love I love any time we see the Digibeetle.
That is the only thing anyone remembers from World 2.
It's the only thing worth remembering.
Then card game art of Yuki and Winter dealing with the summer heat. Yuki
Fucking
doesn't
thriving,
Yuki
okay?
does not look happy. Winter is like he's not even there. And
Freak of nature.
then Liberator art. Usagi Bochi did a really neat image of Nya Bootmon. And
It looks really fucking cool.
Tomo drew a recent close. I think this is here's the thing. I get why they drew close without a mouth in the comic. Like they wanted it to be like, oh, it's not quite her. This looks more menacing.
Yeah. It's like the silhouette's a little like more flared out and changed, not just okay, we have red eyes and no mouth, and I must
Yeah.
scream.
Then for everyone in chat, it's time for questions. First one said, someone said, what do you think happens to Digimon Liberator when Beatbreak airs?
It just keeps fucking going.
See, I keep trying to decide if it keeps going or not because does it not feel like everything in season 2 has been like a run up to a climax, sort of?
Hard to say, but the thing is, like, they're still running the card game, and it's still promoting and bringing people into the card game. So
Yeah, but having an anime and then having new characters from the anime will promote it even more.
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It. I feel like I would feel less likely to say end if season 2 did not feel like an ongoing climax to such a degree that the main character's barely been in it.
We'll
Let's
see.
see. Then Stark asks, "What is a rookie you think would make a fun and interesting partner for the main protagonist they haven't done yet?"
Azimon?
Oh, I got a good one. This is a terrible one. Are you ready?
Oh no.
Agumon Hakase. Just have an Agumon who, instead of battling, just walks around like commenting on things.
Only attack is like smack people in the face with one of those pointers.
Yes. Then someone said, I was wondering what games you play to relax and if you ever play any rage games. Games to relax, often we'll just do a
House
few
Flipper.
often we'll just do a few minutes of Tony Hawk. That works
Well,
well.
now I can actually play games again to relax. So
uh I know you like Hollow Knight.
yes, but I'm not necessarily playing that one to relax.
That's true.
I'm playing that one to just go into an extreme state of hyper focus.
Yeah. And play any rage games? I do sometimes. Not quite to relax, but I will. Um Most recent one I had been playing, which was a bit ago, was God, I always forget the actual title of it. One second, I have to check the actual name because a lot of them have like punny names. Oh, Get to Work, where you play as a guy on rollerblades on his feet and hands, and you're basically Tony Hawking around warehouses and business places to get up and avoiding falling.
That sounds utterly fucking ridiculous. I will have to look that up later.
It's I like it more than a lot of the rage games because it doesn't. A lot of rage games, it feels like kind of giving you wonky controls and going, it's rage. This one, like the controls all feel like they work. It just is a pain in the ass harder as it goes on. But yeah, I think that one's been fun. Some said when we're talking about SD art, do we mean standard definition or something else? SD art, we're talking about super deformed. That's where tiny body, big head. So like the figure of the um, Mugen combined with Kiryu. That's where the proportions are basically as tall as the character is. It should be like 2.5 heads tall. So big head, and the body is 1.5 heads tall. Someone
So
said,
a good example, SD Gundam.
yeah, that's a really good one. And then someone asked, you guys have talked about what if Beat Break was a shorter show since many animes they are, and they want to know if it was shorter, do we imagine they'd have another show to jump into right when it ends? I would say if they did a short show, no, they would not jump directly into one. Because it feels like part of the
I
point
also
of doing.
feel like for Digimon, it's going to be a longer
Oh,
series anyway because it's selling shit.
yeah, I expect it would be longer anyways. Let's see. Next question. Okay, what Digimon from Liberator do you want to see appear in Beatbreak?
Abutmon.
You know what I want to see? I want to see
Hanimon?
I want to see Syndromon do that do the move where like the whole army thing and doing the Ojo Sama laugh like in the card, where we just see the
Oh yes,
silhouette,
that would be amazing
where
animated.
where we just see the silhouette of her in the sky going, oh, I can't do this,
Dun, dun,
especially since
dun,
my
dun,
voice is
dun,
starting to
dun,
go.
dun.
Dev,
Ooh,
you
ho, 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 ho,
there you go.
ho.
Yeah,
I
that's
should
what
have
I
done
would
the
want to
voice
see.
acting.
Da. Okay, someone had two questions. These are unrelated questions, so we'll do one first. How do you decide to display your collectibles? Many of mine are in boxes and just sitting around while I figure out how to display them.
Mine has to do with like how much space do I have and how fragile is the thing.
Yeah,
Like
I'm used to not having space, so a lot of stuff's still there, even though I do. But I'm having shelves put in by a stairway, so I plan to unbox all my little Star Trek ships and put them on shelves. So that will be
fuck yeah.
soonish. Yeah. And second, the person wants to know, do we prefer salsa or guacamole? Salsa.
Um, I fucking hate them both.
How are any of us supposed to trust you ever again, Dev?
I have digestive issues.
Ah, okay.
And
That
I'm not just
okay. That's different from not liking them. That is, you absolutely should not eat them. That is very
like
different.
some things smell awesome, but I will die and I will
Yeah,
regret everything for several days while dying.
yeah, Dev. It's very different from I don't like this and don't want it, and I can't eat it, so my opinion has to be negative because otherwise it would be depressing.
Some things I don't like and they would kill me, so, it
Yeah,
might fall into that too.
yeah. Let's see. Okay, someone said on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it disappoint you that the PC version of Time Change does not get promo cards? I mean, the one physical PC version does. I mean, th- digital versions don't have the promo cards because they don't come with anything. The collector's edition for PC does come with all the cards because it is a physical one. Yeah, and then their response is, but that's $200. Yeah, but like there aren't really many PC games on shelves anymore. That's not really anything
Yeah,
Bandai's done. That's just does not.
yeah.
The only market for PC games nowadays, physically, outside of a few odd-off things, are the collector's editions.
Yeah,
Uh,
because a lot of computers now don't come with disk
well,
drives.
a good example is I was looking at the physical versions of the new Scott Pilgrim game they're making. So normal versions Switch, PS5, Xbox.
Okay.
Deluxe version Switch, PS5, Xbox. The Ultimate Fancy Box Switch, PS5, Xbox, and PC. Because that is the market for PC games now, is just on the super fancy version.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm looking at it, I'm like, I want the game, and I'm definitely getting it for PC. And I wanted the fancy box of the first one, but do I want the fancy box of this one? It's like, ah, $175. I don't think so. Like, here, I'll put it for you.
Like, how much of the stuff in here gives you joy?
Oh yeah, I'm putting the picture for you and for chat. Okay, what here actually interests me? Okay, I do not care about the Game Gear style box. Um, game with reversible cover, that's fine. The posters I actually like. There's two posters. Deluxe box with reversible cover art, whatever. Art book, strategy guide, that's nice. Tying comics, nice.
Always like, oh,
Collectible coin, eh.
nah.
The figure diorama sort of neat, and the soundtrack I really like. Like
That's
I
like
don't,
a blue thing too.
yeah, but is this worth? Remembering that this type of special edition comes out so late that if you want to play the game early, you'll actually have to still buy the game anyways. Because this will
Yeah.
show up this will show up very late. So like $175 on top of buying the game again. Eh.
Unless you plan to like torture yourself and not play the game for
Well, that's okay. That's the funny thing. Stark's
months
like, well,
afterwards.
Stark says first of all, it's limited run games, so don't expect to get any of it. I've gotten everything from limited run. There's been no problem. Anything I've ordered from them, I actually have gotten, and there's been no issue. There's been delays. Like I had the box classic Salmon Max, which I think was a year and a half or 2 years delayed, but I do have it.
I ordered from the limited run games, got canceled.
But you order.
I forget. It was a while back, but one of them
Okay.
was like Guilty Gear.
Okay. Yeah, everything I've ordered from them, I've actually got. I don't order from them all that much, but yeah, new Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up. I'm tempted. The first one was very good. This one's a completely different team, but it looks good. Last chance for chat to throw in questions. The last question I said ahead of time, someone said, "What brands would you want to see Digimon have a collaboration with?"
I feel like this came up like very recently.
I There was something about collaborations. I decided, good question, might as well, especially since the Godzilla figure had shown up. Certainly not He-Man after seeing those figures.
Oh god. I know it would never happen, but honestly, the world ends with you.
I feel like Kingdom Hearts would be more likely. Does that count as the world ends with you?
Kinda.
Because they sort of cross over in story.
That is true.
I'm trying to think like
What else would I
I'm trying to think like what would be like my real answer. What would be? See, now my brain keeps jumping to like what comic brands keep having crossovers. Stuff like Ninja Turtles and Godzilla are just having crossovers with fucking everything.
Oh god, My Little Pony.
Star Trek. It feels like the real answer would be something like an Ultraman.
Like what else is owned by or like does a lot of stuff with Bandai in general?
Well, lots of companies do because, like, a lot of people are like, oh no, Sony bought 2.5% of Bandai. Bandai is owned by Sony. Changed forever. It's like because that happened like a week ago and
A
people started to freak out.
specific brand, but like
No,
a
no, no.
cute
I
kind of
know,
like
I know,
bakery style
but it came
collab.
up because people freaking out about this. Like, you do know Nintendo owns like almost 2% of Bandai, right? And it's like, what would they cross over? Because Bandai does crossovers with so many companies because they have business dealings with so many.
You know what? I have the answer.
But
Code Geass.
you know what the funny part is? If they were to do one like that, the one that would fit in the best is Grace Novamon, design wise.
The best fucking nightmare frame.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like, God, it's weird because like it's
Okay, so give C2 a Tailmon, give Lelouch Black Tailmon, and give Suzaku Kurugi a Mikemon. It'll be perfect.
you know what the problem is my brain keeps thinking of stuff like Godzilla or Monster Hunter. But then like when I stop and think it's like, wait, they've done Hello Kitty 3 times, they've done Miku.
They've done fast food, Lateria.
That's less a like crossover collaboration, more like a store. I'm just trying to think.
Also, they made food Digimon for it.
Was it actually Lateria in the show?
I think so.
Oh, I thought it was a generic burger place in the show, and then like they played with it. Huh. Um, I'm just trying to think like
I
what
know
is it?
Lateria had like entire series of cards.
Oh, I got it, Dev. I got it. Ready?
Oh no.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I would watch that. I would
Okay.
purchase the shit out of that.
Yeah, I think that is it for questions this time. Dev, what Wikimon article would you like people to read?
Ebby Bergamon.
Oh, fantastic. The YouTube panel says our audio bitrate is 0. Considering people are listening to us and responding, I assume they can actually hear us.
That or they're just hallucinating what they want to hear.
That is true. So I can be found with the will as always. We will be back in about 2 weeks, and we will have that Beatbreak news. So we will catch you guys all next time. Thank you everyone for showing up. Bye.